That's Trey.
And that's Goldie.
We're friends
From college.
Then Trey married my sister.
But unfortunately, we got divorced.
We don't talk about that.
Mostly because there's nothing to talk about.
It was all good.
Our friendship deepened while we were both employed at an event production consulting company,
We spent 280 plus days on the road
which made us expert business travelers.
and expert best friends who always had one goal in mind.
Host a podcast together. And after people didn't like the first 6 shows, including one where we interviewed building contractors in the Upper Peninsula while they were working,
And one where we searched the country for the next great kid blues guitarist.
we realized we weren't making shows about our true passion.
We had to talk about the thing we know and love more than anything.
Welcome to Business Trips.
Welcome to Business Trips. This week we're going to talk to some great new guests about their business travel tips. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Today's episode is brought to you by June's Watches. Whether it's watch battery replacement or to discuss a problem with your watch battery replacement, we're here for you. We have dedicated parking spots in front of the store, so parking is not a worry. June knows what he's doing when it comes to watch batteries. Don't listen to Yelp. People say that after he replaces the battery on their surf watches, the watch takes on water next time they surf. June does not ever allow that to happen. He knows the differences between surf watches and other watches. So come to June's Watches and experience the future of watch battery replacement on Western, just north of Beverly, next to the shop that has been awarded the best trophy shop in LA 3 years in a row, Hart Trophy Company. June's Watches. Okay. Thank you to our sponsors. We're very excited about our guest today.
Very. Today we have a guest who's going to be talking about something that I think all travelers can relate to, and we're going to let her explain what that is. Please welcome to the show, Clarem.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here and to talk about something that is so integral in the travel process, which is bags. Now, I am a bag designer, and I love making incredible bags for people. And the thing that I love more than anything,
Can I stop you, Clarem? Can you use that word in a sentence again with other nouns?
Okay.
I just haven't caught it clear yet.
I think I know what
need
she's
to
saying,
put my
but
lipstick, my wallet, and my phone in my bag.
Oh, I got it now.
I
Yep,
see.
I got it.
You're talking about bags.
Well, yeah.
That's on me. So you were saying, yeah.
So what I was trying to say was, I go to a lot of trade shows for bags, and it's so much fun because I literally feel like I'm at a trade show the whole time. I'll tell you what. Because when I'm at the airport, everybody's got a bag, and I go, okay, I'm already at the thing. So I love, it's like an airport is essentially
Like a trade show for bags.
It's exactly.
Right.
I love that.
That is a good way to think about it.
It's people watching, but it's bag watching.
You're also seeing bags in action. Is that a fair way to think about it?
Yes, because everything about a bag, like you take your bag through security. Sometimes they got to search your bag.
Every time.
Every time. Well, they don't search mine every time. They check it, but they don't search it.
Do you have clear, or are you TSA pre?
No, because I actually, to your point, I like sort of the process of it.
Yeah.
Because the more I'm in that line, the more I get to see everybody's bags. That's my little secret with the airport.
Now, at the airport, as Goldie said, they're using the bags, and at the trade shows, they're not. I assume at that point they're kind of stuffed with some white paper or something?
With tissue. We do stuff them with tissue, or sometimes we use more of like a
Packing peanuts.
Or
No,
a pop sheet.
I think she means a pop sheet. Yeah.
What's a pop sheet?
It's a sheet. It's a packing sheet that you pop. A pop sheet.
Bubble wrap?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You call it bubble wrap. I call it pop sheet.
And that brings me to a question that I feel like I should ask. And I think that some of this stuff is so regional, and that's what we found.
Yeah.
The way you're pronouncing the word BAG is, I have a friend from South Dakota. He pronounces it the same way.
Yeah.
And that's interesting to me, and it makes me wonder, I guess, it's a question in two parts. One is, where are you from originally? And then B, how did you get inspired to be in this line of work?
And I've got a related C.
Well, I'm from the Midwest, but I spent a lot of time in the South via, watching Southern TV, listening to Southern music.
Oh, you weren't in the South, but
I spent a lot of time culturally in the South.
I got you. I love that.
That immersing yourself culturally
Right.
in the South without ever actually going there.
Never been to the South. Oh, except for the trade shows.
Right. Yeah, that for me that's Japan.
What?
What?
Well, I want to hear the rest of the answer to A, B, and C. But yeah, for me that's Japan.
I don't know if I like that.
I've culturally, I've never been there.
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
It is for you. What she's saying is akin to how you think about Japan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, we'll take it.
Jesus.
No, it's fine.
Follow up.
What were your other questions? My mind went blank.
It's the South.
No.
You
You reset it.
How important is the length of the strap?
Yes.
How important is the
Well,
length of the
look,
strap?
I make all kinds of bags. Okay, I started with more of what you would call a purse.
That's a
Okay.
yeah. We got you.
Then I went to bigger bags, and then I made something that a lot of people are going to call a weekender.
Okay.
Does it sound like I'm yelling at you guys? I don't mean to. It's just sometimes I don't like. Sometimes people say it sounds like I'm yelling at them, and it's just something I'm trying to work on.
Volume modulation is so specific to the person. I've learned that too.
Yeah, that's regional. That is a weekender the same as a tote?
No.
A weekender, in my mind, a tote can be a weekender, but a weekender cannot be a tote. Is that fair?
That sounds right to me.
Exactly. Because
Wow.
you're going to take a tote. Like, I'm going to take a tote bag to a grocery store. I'm going to take it to the county fair. I'm going to take it. Sometimes I use it instead of a purse. If I don't want to get my purse dirty, if I'm going to county fair and there's going to be tons of pigs and
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
all that dirt.
all that kind of, and I don't want to get my purse dirty. But now, if I am going on a weekend trip, if you think Clarem over here is going to fit all of her doodads into a tote, then I don't know
you've been you're living too close to the nuclear factory then.
Exactly.
Weirdest thing that you would never expect to find in the average traveler's bag.
Yes.
Oh, this is a rich question.
Yes. And we all have to answer. I say.
Okay.
I'm going to say discarded melted chapstick where the most of it has actually gone into the top. So when you go, where is it? And then you look down here, and then you do it from down there.
Yeah. Okay. Mine is not actually a thing in the bag. It's bag related, which you'll like. Suitcases, though. Have you ever seen how sometimes they'll put a little mesh pocket in a weird place, like on the south wall of the suitcase? I always get a kick out of that, and it's open at the top, so you couldn't put anything in. It's gonna fall out. But they put a little mesh pocket, and I think that's the strangest thing in bags.
Maybe it's almost like a fishing technology, like a Maori fishing net, and it's like, are you trying to catch candy?
Right.
Like, or Swedish fish?
Hey, are we cool with him saying Maori? I couldn't say Japan earlier.
Maori is my Japan, because I think about it a lot, but I don't know where it is. It's in the South Pacific. It's a tribe.
What's the strangest thing you find in a bag?
Sure. A lot of people when they're traveling.
Oh, that's a good volume level, just a bookmark. That's perfect.
Thank you for that. A lot of people.
It sounds pro. It sounds good.
A lot of people when they travel. They have stomach problems.
Now, wait, what?
Stomach.
Oh, stomach problems.
And they put in their bag a little container of Tums.
Yeah. Yep.
That makes sense.
That's a good answer.
Wow.
That's a
They
good
put in their bag a
answer.
little container of Tums.
Yeah.
Is what I said on the. I was just trying to say it the
Now
volume,
you're
but I
back
couldn't
to
say
yeah,
it.
you're kind of yelling at us. I saw on Pinterest recently that there are homemade
Is
bags.
that how you say that?
Pinterest?
Okay.
I don't think so.
I guess
She's got me
everybody-
now. I'm sort of
you're
like
in your head.
Do you know that thing where you say a word over and over again until it loses?
It has no meaning.
Right.
I think it's Pinterest.
Okay, I can't hear a difference. Can you say it?
Pinterest.
She's saying it how you said it, but I was wondering, is it Pinterest?
Definitely not.
Pinterest.
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 Oh, are you putting
You're saying
it?
Pinterest. I'm saying Pinterest.
You're going like TRIST at the end. Pinterest.
Pinterest.
Pinterest. I think it's Pinterest.
Pinterest.
I think
If
Pinterest.
if we put an enye, it would be Pinterest. Right? In the Spain?
Japan was not the worst. I saw on the online recently that there's also a homemade bag people make for coffee beans. A little, foily paper bag, and then have you ever made one of those?
I don't sell those.
Well, I didn't know you sold any of it. You sell your bags?
Yeah.
Okay.
You go to the trade shows, you sell your bags there.
Yeah, I'm a bag design. What do you think? I just.
It actually opens up a whole new avenue of questions.
Yes.
So what's the biggest question facing the bag industry right now?
Well, when travel gets affected, bags get affected.
Mm-hmm.
It's a direct line. It's a direct line. So that's so hard because, so think about me. I'm manufacturing bags.
Right.
Meanwhile, travel gets affected. Everybody's who is going, oh, I guess I'll buy for a few bags for my friends. I buy them for me. I buy it from my family. They go, well, I'm not going to buy any bags because I'm not traveling.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. It's a travel dependent business and shopping dependent. Now I know you guys probably don't want to talk about heavy stuff on here because you both seem kind of like lighter people.
We can get heavy.
No, we can.
No,
get
you
into
seem
the-
lighter people, which is good. It's good to be light people.
Thank you.
But there
we
are
can-
things going on in the country, and they do affect bags. It's all I'll say. And then we can move on and talk about, what do you guys like to talk about? You like to talk about probably you like to talk about like landscaping, and you like to talk about what's for dinner tonight, like that type of stuff.
Well, what are you eating for dinner tonight? Can I?
$1 million question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, it is the million. I see. So when you find out, so
Yeah.
yeah, the bad stuff going on in the country. That's
Yeah.
interesting. That opens up some interesting stuff. What I've heard is that because of forest fires,
Oh.
which is we are going to go a little heavier to prove we
boy.
can.
This is hard for you
There's
guys.
like millions of snakes under houses.
Mm.
Is that true? Or is that just?
I think we have to bring it back to bags in order to even get.
Well,
Is that true? If you sell bags,
Here's what I would say: environmentally, to build off that,
Yes.
fires, earthquakes, floods, all the biblical stuff that we're seeing happen right now in the world, and it is heavy. Is that changing the nature of the bag game?
yes, very much so. If anything happens that is negative in the world,
yeah.
it affects bags. So, because bags are people's livelihood. What do you carry in a bag? You carry your whole freaking life, okay? You carry your whole freaking life in a bag.
Yeah.
If you got to get out of your house, you got to go. You got to put everything in a bag.
Do you have a
gotta
go
go.
bag? Sorry.
I was literally, and this happens occasionally, but on that one, I'm like, are you?
This is
Sorry.
business trips.
This
Do you
is
have a go
business
bag?
trips.
I do.
What's in your go bag?
Well, I have a bunch of them.
Oh.
and they're spread out.
And they're kind of depending on like if that part of the house fell away or what are we facing.
And I have different things in different bags.
Yeah.
So my plan would be, as soon as a crisis happens, I just walk around my house to the different rooms, pick up all the different bags that have the different, kind of life things in them.
Oh, so you need all of them together. They're like,
Yeah, you kind of need them all.
oh, you should put them all together.
Who's the bag designer here?
You are.
Yeah.
You are. Clarem.
That's true.
So I got them in a bunch of different bags. And the plan is, time comes, I walk room to room to room to room to room to room. I could almost put every single thing in my home in a bag because I got so many bags to take. I got so many go bags.
Wow.
That was weird because at one point I thought you just said Tom comes, but what you were saying is time. You said Tom comes.
I told you I spent a lot of time in the South.
Absolutely. No, I know. I'm catching up to it right now. It's all
Culturally, I spent a lot of time in the South.
Well, one thing we ask every guest starting this week is if you could zap yourself to any city in the world right now, whoosh, you're there. You don't have to worry about a long layover.
This is business trips.
Business trips. What city do you do?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I would go to Italy because of the bags. And where in Italy? Probably Milan.
Oh, I love it.
That is wow.
Where would you guys go? I bet you guys would go to like Florida. Like you probably go.
We love Florida.
Yeah.
We do. Maloon would be cool. I would like to go. I would go there.
You guys love light stuff.
You're saying Maloon? We're not as I already thought we proved our depth with the forest fire. Mine, and I try to have it be different every episode. And again, this is the first one, so that we've done this, so it doesn't matter what I say. But pass. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Saint-Tropez. I've never been there. It's fun to say, and I don't know where it is. I think it's in France.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love Europe's.
I'm gonna go. Come on.
Pick something near home.
This is so.
We can come back to this.
Okay.
Okay.
Is your plan to say the same city every
Christ.
time on?
Sorry. Go ahead. It's to do a different.
Are you going to do a different city
I think
every
I'm going to do a
every
different
pod?
one every pod.
We are with Clarem.
Yes.
She is in the bag industry as a designer.
Yep.
Sells them too.
So, what does you're acting? You're acting kind of like it's weird that I design bags and I sell them.
I think it's because we always think like the designer works for the company that sells it. But the truth is designers also can go to like craft fairs or trade shows and sell.
I have a smaller operation than, I'm not, because the goods that I make are all bespoke.
Mm-hmm. Your mother made us have you on here. That's why I didn't really think.
She is my PR.
That's what she said.
We love her.
And she's
love her,
very
and we're
cool.
we feel lucky. And
she goes, I said, I told him you said I'm your PR. She goes, what does PR stand for?
Oh, no.
And I go, Mom,
Parental rock star.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I should have said.
You're fired.
Yeah.
You're fired.
What's that mean? What's that? Who are you doing?
It's from
You're fired.
Celebrity batch. You're fired.
You guys are so light.
There it is again. All right.
Clarem, thank you so much. And is there anything that we?
This is fun. You guys are fun.
Well, stick around for this.
Yeah, let me get. I got to take care of a little bit. I got to pay the bills real quick.
Let's pay the bills.
Business Trips Podcast is brought to you by Jonathan Custom Upholstery. Jonathan Custom Upholstery is one of LA's finest luxury upholstery shops. Located in the middle of Upholstery Row at 2808 South Robertson, Jonathan Custom Upholstery is your one-stop shop for upholstery. Bring in that old antique couch from the estate sale. We're going to reupholster it to your specific desires. If the legs are broken or there's a chip on the arm, we also do general repairs. At Jonathan Custom Upholstery, upholstery refurbishment is our pleasure. Come visit us. Let us see if we can help you remember why you love your furniture. Note, please do not park in the Campos Tacos parking lot or you will be towed.
And, God, are we doing this?
There's always a lot of parking stuff in these ads, and I'm always like, okay.
I know.
Oh, yeah, this is...
Welcome to L.A. So today, Clarem, we...
What?
It's a little recent, but the face you're making is not gonna. Today's episode is. Let's just do it.
Yeah, I think it's better just to actually just do it.
It's dedicated to Daniel Egan, aka Danny Boy. Although Danny Boy was not technically employed by our podcast, we all kind of got to know him because he was the janitor / plumber / handyman in the building where we record these. And he passed away this morning of unknown causes. He was one of those guys where every time you saw him, you just smiled, you know? Really great dude. Fun story about him. We used to always sing, "Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling," every time there's like a plumbing problem. And he always, I think he liked that. Only other story I'm thinking of off the top of my head is I was talking to him a couple weeks ago, and he said he might get adult braces. And so huge loss.
I'll just add, like, a really good dancer, and I almost never say that about anyone.
I know. So this one's for Danny Boy Egan. Thoughts on that?
Would love to make him a bake posthumously.
Oh.
We could definitely talk to his family about that.
Yeah, I guess we could send that to them.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I can't make it for free. I'm a bespoke. It would be bespoke.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna definitely take you up on that. But we're gonna do it off the air so you don't hear our credit card numbers.
Yeah, right. Clarem, thanks for being here. And anything like to leave the listeners with as it pertains to.
If you're picking out a bag, this is a rhyme I always say. If you're picking out a bag, don't delay. Pick out a bag that makes your day.
Oh, okay.
I love that. I think that's a good one to end on. Thanks, Clarem.
Gotta get my name right.